is number 5. Number 6, that's right. Another truth that I'm here to tell you. Number 5 is followed by number 6. I am smart. Alright, so commandment number 6 of free will. What's commandment number 6? Well, let's think logically. I talked about confidence in number 5. You have to be confident. But how can you be confident when in life things go wrong and sometimes you make mistakes? We all make mistakes. Well, the ultimate sign of insecurity is when you make a mistake and you pretend you don't. That is the ultimate death of the soul. That is your ultimate death of free will. You cannot have free will if you can't admit you make mistakes. So commandment number 6 is simple. Admit your mistakes. Not just admit it, but wear it with pride. Make a mistake and say, look, I made a mistake, and I wear it with pride. Why? Because that's how we learn. How can you fucking learn in this life if you don't make mistakes? How do you know when you've done things right if you don't know how you've done them wrong? So, mistakes are life's lessons. They're the ultimate lesson in becoming better, becoming stronger, becoming everything. So life is all about making mistakes. You can't evolve in life without making mistakes. You can't learn without making mistakes. And you can't be confident without making mistakes. And when you pretend you don't make mistakes, when you're insecure, again, when you make a mistake and you want to hide it, you want to pretend you don't make mistakes, again, it's another impulsive reaction. It's a fear reaction because you're insecure. How do you overcome that? Simple. Wear it with pride. Look, I screwed up, but look what I learned from where I screwed up. I messed up here, I messed up there, and now I know. Now I know I don't have to mess up here again. I know I don't have to mess up there again, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to do better next time, not because I'm talking gibberish, but because I learned. So making mistakes is a process of education. It's learning. And when you pretend you don't make mistakes, what you're doing is you're denying yourself education. The best education. Better than a university. Better than reading books. The greatest education on life is experience. Life experience is the greatest education. And what is life experience? Encountering pain, encountering some suffering, encountering difficulties, making mistakes, but learning from them. When you learn from them, you become bigger, you become better, and you get closer to free will. So real confidence is rooted in education, in will, in all these things that I've talked about. But in the end, you can't have confidence if you can't admit your mistakes. You can't grow, you can't learn if you don't admit your mistakes. And the best way to admit your mistakes is to wear more pride. Now, don't be cocky about it. So that's the other side of it. Wear it with pride in the sense that, look, I made a mistake, but this is how I learned from it. Don't make a mistake like have a car accident and hurt somebody and then, look what I did. Of course you're not going to do that. That's insane. But learn from your mistake. Why did I have a car accident? Is it my fault? Yes, it's my fault. And I am going to stand up to it. And I'm going to be a man. I'm going to be a woman. I'm going to be a free, willing human being. And I am going to take responsibility for what I've done and learn from it and not do it again. Because that's how you prevent mistakes from repeating. By accepting the mistake that happened and then taking it all in and just not repeating it. So you have to do that. And even look at hit and run. Let me give you an example. If you're driving your car and you're not paying attention, you're messing with your phone, texting, like I have to beat up people every day because they do that. Stop doing that. Stop texting when you're driving. Drives me nuts. So you're texting while you're driving and you hit somebody. You actually hit a human being. You knock them down. So you get scared. You panic. Again, impulsive reaction. You drive off. Guess what? You go to prison. You either committed murder or you severely injured someone and you're going to jail. And that's an appropriate law and it's a correct law. If you stay and you render assistance to this individual and you help him out, guess what? Now you don't go to prison. Yeah, you might get fines if you were drinking alcohol. If you were texting and you caused the accident, you will get fines, but you won't go to prison unless you do it every day. And so the law here is actually very good because what it does is if you're willing to admit that you made a mistake, if you take responsibility for your action, if you have the confidence to stand your ground and say, I screwed up and I will take responsibility and I will help fix the problem, you actually get rewarded for it by not being sent to prison. And that's a pretty damn good reward. So it's very important to understand this point. Don't be naive, as I said in part number 5, but part number 6, have confidence, but you need to have confidence, real confidence, and understand, accept your mistakes. Accept your mistakes for what they really are, an education. Got it?